Alright, my very first MLP review. And I get an episode by an all-new writer. How appropriate. So, will this channel start out on a high note? I get to gush over an amazing episode? Or will this review be full of snark and negativity as I get to rip a bad episode a new one? Let's find out. Alright, it was a good episode. Or maybe I'm just biased because it was a Pinkie Pie episode. Let's check again. Yeah, no, this was a great episode. Solid characterization all around, really great dry comedy, and one of the coolest new characters all season. So, let the gushing commence. This episode plays off of Pinkie Apple Pie really well. In that episode, she was really excited to be a member of the Apple family. And luckily, this episode tells us that that excitement wasn't for a lack of a connection with her real family. It's just that Pinkie Pie has enough exuberance to go around. There's also a nice little nod to her long-standing battle with bipolar disorder, which does seem to be getting better every time it's referenced in the show. It almost seems like it's leading up to a point where Pinkie's gonna reach some level of emotional stability, and then BAM! Alicorn Pinkie. No, seriously, I'm not crazy. All her development has been related to her element, her passion, and her cutie mark. Laughter, parties, and fun, respectively. I mean, look at Princess Cadance. She's the princess of love, and her cutie mark is some sort of heart thing that obviously signifies love. And Twilight's the princess of friendship, and her cutie mark and element both have to do with magic. And since friendship is magic, it would make sense that she ascended right after fixing a spell that had to do with her friends. Or was it creating new magic?
She created new magic
that had to do with her friends. What did that spell do anyway? Did it just undo the botched effect of the previous spell? What the fuck? And this is all just speculation, but I'd bet that Luna and Celestia both ascended when they learned they could move the sun and the moon. So it all makes perfect sense. Oh, right, I forgot about the blank flankicorn. Oh well, animation errors aren't canon. Oh, what was I supposed to be talking about? Oh, right, the episode. This is without a doubt the least useless the whole main cast felt all season. I can't count the number of episodes where one or more of the main six has felt really out of place or just out of character for being in a certain situation. Rainbow Dash is once again at her best here, but she's been stealing scenes all season long. It's almost like she's trying really hard to be best pony by the end of this season. Oh well, it's not like Pinkie Pie couldn't use the competition. And possibly the most shocking moment of the whole episode is that Applejack actually tells the truth for once. No, not there.
The truth is,
wait for it.
We've all been trying real hard to get closer to Maud, but maybe some ponies just don't click the way others do.
Score one for the element of honesty. It's like, wait, why is she boiling the cider? She didn't boil the cider in Super Speedy Cider Squeezy, and that brand had ponies lining up around the block. No, I mean it. The recipe for the perfect cider was apples, stone press, serve. Why is she boiling it? Wait, stone press? Maud is helping. What the fuck, Applejack? This is why nobody likes you. The Flim Flam brothers had better cider anyway.
It's got rocks in it!
See, Maud would have loved that. What was I supposed to be talking about? Oh, right, the episode. More importantly than all that, though, is Maud herself. In a season that's not lacking for cool new characters, she's easily one of the standouts. Mostly because she provides a really interesting juxtaposition for all the other ponies we've seen in the show up till now. Here's what I mean. The way ponies act all around Equestria is heavily influenced by their surroundings. For example, Ponyville is a very happy, carefree place where even the weather is scheduled. The residents have very little to worry about or dwell on, and as a result they're friendly and outgoing, almost off-puttingly so to outsiders. In Flight to the Finish, the CMC even say that Ponyville is defined by friendship and unity between the races. And Canterlot is different. It's mostly populated by status-obsessed unicorns who are all too busy looking down on every pony below them and kissing up to every pony higher up on the social ladder than they are. But I guess living in such close proximity to the ruler of everything would do that. And then there's Manhattan, where every pony's a dick. Probably due to overcrowding and the general hustle and bustle of city life. And then you've got Maud, who grew up on a rural rock farm, and it seems like she lives in slow motion compared to all the other ponies we've seen up to this point. She's also extremely emotionally reserved, almost to the point of coming off as socially inept. Growing up in the middle of nowhere without anyone your own age to talk to, and if the flashback from Cutie Mark Chronicles is anything to go on, without having any fun or laughter either, something as simple as small talk must be next to impossible for her. I'd guess the only reason she hung in there for any of that is that she trusts Pinkie Pie, and is willing to give her friends the benefit of the doubt because of it. And she has super strength. Who's the Iron Pony now? The best thing this new writer pulls off in this episode is the perfectly paced emotional tone shift. Across the whole episode, you can sense the mood getting more and more dour as each of the main six fail to connect with Maud in any sort of meaningful way. Their attempts to find common ground result in confusion or frustration. And the weight that falls on Pinkie after Applejack reveals that none of them consider Maud to be a best friend result in the most emotionally resonant scene the series has given us so far.
I'm sorry I put so much pressure on every pony to bond. I only wanted my friends to get to know my amazing older sister.
Yes, that's really a healthy emotional response from Pinkie Pie. I never thought I'd see the day. I guess now is as good a time as any to bring up the things that didn't work for me. Like Maud's scene with Applejack, and when they played Camouflage. It's not too much of a stretch to believe that Camouflage is a game that Maud would have actually played, but in the scene, Boulder is in Maud's pocket the whole time. And the reason behind it was left ambiguous. Was she legitimately worried about losing Boulder in Ponyville, or was she just fucking with the main six because she made up Camouflage as a joke and they all fell for it?
It's kind of like hide and seek, but way more intense.
And I had a similar problem with her scene with Applejack. Is Maud just unfamiliar with apples and she doesn't know how to peel them, or was she just indignant that Applejack would invite her over as a guest and then give her chores to do? Was she just like, fuck you, bitch, I grew up on a farm too, and I wouldn't give my guests chores? Smash! Or did she think it would be funny? Or did she do it for some completely different reason? I don't know. Those are both really minor nitpicks, but there was one thing that wasn't. The closest this episode gets to falling short of the top tier of episodes is in its presentation of the moral. The turn comes in an admittedly very cool action scene, where Maud saves Pinkie's life by punching a giant rock into dust just moments before she's crushed by it. And then all of a sudden, the main six just magically decide that since Maud is willing to save her sister's life, they should all be friends with her? But wait, does that make sense? Did they not think that Maud loved her sister before they saw her save her life? So they meet Pinkie at the rock farm to trade friendship necklaces, and wait, how did they even beat Pinkie and Maud to the rock farm? Did they take a faster train? Or maybe Twilight just teleported them. Oh yeah, Twilight probably just teleported them. That makes sense. She can do that. Wait, wasn't there another scene earlier on that I could have helped with? Oh, yeah. Wait, what was she waiting for? The last second? After Maud jumped into action, she was like, nah, she has it handled. I'm sure if Maud was a second or two slower, Twilight would have totally teleported Pinkie somewhere safe. No, it's not a plot hole. The episode is still good. It was one of the best. The best of Season 4. And as a bonus, Spike was great in this episode. Finally, a writer gets him right.
I don't really like candy, but I do love Pinkie Pie.
Wait, did she just call her sister by her full name? Who does that?
This one was hers. She'd spin it in the dream and would never topple. Just spin and spin.